Good morning. Okay, so to start off, this morning, I want to get a divine door for you to see kind of get an idea of what this reading is going to be about today. And then we'll get straight into your energy. So what is the message about today? What does this collective need to know today? Birth, okay. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. Okay, that's good. So maybe you're about to begin something new, or you've been doing something new and it's about to, I'm hearing persistence pays off. So you've been persistent at something that hasn't been showing any rewards yet. Like, say, for instance, you've birthed a new business and you haven't really had much work coming in, but you've persisted with it regardless because you know it's something you want to do. And because of that persistence, it's about to pay off. Something's about to come in for you. So let's get a bit more information on this. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. So there is a blessing on its way. So you could be seeing 222 a lot, or the 22nd of, it could be your birthday. But crow, memories, remembering, mystery, magical power, a new event or happening, clever problem solver, observant omen. Depending on your beliefs, people believe that crows are either messengers of good news or messages of bad news. But I feel like this is, today, it's going to be a good message today. Element of earth, so you could be an earth sign. Why did I go to say Aries? Aries might be significant here, but Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Practical and grounded. Solid, dutiful, measured, conservative, realistic, methodical, duty-bound, dependable, tangible, builders and makers. Unlikely, things are stuck. So I think you might feel like things are stuck, especially if you've been trying to build something new and you have felt like there's nothing really coming in from it. You thought that maybe if you pursued something that you've always wanted to do, that you would immediately get these blessings, but instead you've kind of had to stay the course and build on it without seeing the benefits of it yet. So to you it feels like maybe this isn't my calling, maybe this isn't my purpose, things just aren't moving the way I thought they would. Number 27, magnifying glass. Get more info, clarity, very important details, research, documents, examine the fine print, larger than life. So it could even be, especially with this clever problem solving, it might be something that just needs to be tweaked that you haven't really noticed yet, a detail that's just not quite, that if you fix or tweak that one little detail, that could be the one thing that opens up the floodgates for you in a good way. Whoa. Did you see that fly? My God. Okay, so we've got number 17, but the Queen of Hearts. So I think hearts is cups. So stork, although we did get birth, and stork is a card of pregnancy and birth. Transformation, change, active, renew, restless, arrive, depart, move, renovate, pregnancy, birth, slender and tall. And then you've got number 5, so either the 22nd of May, actually, yeah, there's no 22nd month, so just the 22nd of May is significant here. Balance, centered, meditate, integrate opposite forces, flow, feeling complete, awareness, just right, equality, and well-being. So it could even be that you have been, especially if you're starting something new and you're putting so much effort and work into it, that you've kind of run yourself down. And it's not about giving up this thing altogether. That's not what this is saying at all. It's more about still looking after yourself and finding balance in yourself so that you can, so that you have the energy to keep giving to this project. I think that it makes you feel complete, but in your head, especially when it comes to Pentacles, when you're trying to make a living, or you want to make a living out of this, and perhaps maybe you've still got another job that you do because that's what you need to do to make money to survive. But this other thing that you're trying to build on the side, that you dream of being your main income of Pentacles, that extra work is draining you, but you need to balance, because otherwise you're going to wear yourself out. But you've got number 7, Jupiter, ruler of expansion. So something's about to expand. You're about to birth something new, and it's going to start creating a whole new life for you. Again, persistence pays off. Expansive, optimistic, growth, benefic, luck, making stable changes, destiny, turning point, tolerant, grateful, goodwill, fortune. I really feel like I'm hearing that karmic wheel, that wheel of fortune. It's turning in your favor. You just can't see that these things are turning in your favor right now because you're just so focused on wanting to expand and grow whatever this new life is. And if you're not seeing results from it yet, it might be making you feel a bit stagnant, or that it's not moving as quickly as you want. But what I'm seeing from this is that all this work that you've been putting into whatever this project is about to expand and grow. You just can't see that yet. It's almost like you're on the cusp of it exploding. And I think as well, that's why your angels are saying you need to balance yourself and balance the time you're putting into this as well as looking after yourself, because when it does expand and say suddenly you get loads of business and it is bringing in money, you're going to be busy. So you need to be able to know how to balance looking after yourself and this busy period that's about to come in for you, because you don't want to burn yourself out and then have to take a break. So in the meantime, while you're building and it's quiet, find the balance of looking after yourself and putting into the business. Magnifying glass. So 7 as well, that's this month, July, so there might be a turning point this month. 7 again, so I think, July is a pivotal time for you. White Wolf, confidence, have confidence in yourself. Guidance, trust your inner knowing. So I think your inner knowing, you are trusting yourself in that you know this is something you want to do and you want to keep going with it even though you're not seeing the outcome yet. Instinctual, freedom, believe in your power, resilience, stamina. So that's another 7. 27, 17, 7, 7. 7, I think July is very important here. The stork. 27th of July could be significant here. Prince of Fire to confirm the stork. So Sagittarius. Timing within 14 to 30 days. So I want to say the 27th of July would be 14 days. 14, it would be closer to 14 than 30. So let's say the next 2 weeks. During the fall, or November 22nd to December 21st. ruling planet Jupiter. Again, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So again, there is something about to expand for you. Maybe even put a mark on your calendar for the 27th of July and just see if something happens on that day. But optimistic, adventuresome, witty, restless, traveler, enthusiastic, independent, irresponsible, outspoken. But this is the card of temperance in this deck. So I think your patience is going to pay off too. Persistence and patience. But temperance is also a card of balance. So I think the main message here is that something is about to explode for you, expand for you. A new life is about to begin, but they want you to find balance in this quiet time so that you can manage this expansion. 14th of September could be significant here as well. Fox, self-interest, stealth, deceit, trap, redhead, cunning, sly, crafty, sharp, sleight of hand, something's not right. So straight away, I'm looking at this Prince of Fire as this fox. So there could be an energy around you that is this could be an energy this could be someone that's in your energy that you are a bit suspicious of. I just heard your angels are saying, keep an eye on it. But don't worry. I don't think that whatever that energy is, I don't think it's going to affect this expansion, but it's just like, be aware that it's there. Okay. Let's get what you don't know at the moment, what's hidden. What don't you know right now? What's going on in the background? What lies beneath? Private relationship and trash, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. So this might even be that sneaky, that fox energy. I'm not sure if the Prince of Fire is the Knight of Wands or the Page of Wands, but either way, it's private relationship, trash, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. So there's just an energy around you need to be careful of. Someone that's, someone toxic. I think there's someone toxic that's kind of hovering in your energy that's maybe perhaps keeping an eye on you. It could even be someone that's in a relationship, a fire sign that's in a relationship, but they secretly have admiration for you and are watching you, even though they're with someone else. I just heard. What's this one? Watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. So I think, this fox energy, there's someone's 333 on the timer. There's someone sneaky in the background that's watching, and it's like the evil eye watching you, whatever it is that you're doing right now to try and build a new life for yourself. It's like this energy that's deceitful and sneaky is watching from the sidelines, kind of either they think that they're hoping that you're not going to be successful, or they're watching you thinking that you, like, assuming you're not going to. So they're sitting there watching, and it's like everything that they see of yours, they're gossiping about it behind your back. And again, like I said in that first part, be aware that it's there, but you don't need to worry that it's going to affect this expansion that's about to come in for you. Whoever this person or these people's energies are that are gossiping and watching, you're protected, and it's not going to affect your abundance in any way. Trash, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out, don't want to hear it. So I'm hearing two things for that. One, that you don't give a shit what these people think, which excellent. Confidence, self-confidence, remember. But also these people, it's like they don't want to see you succeed because they're toxic and they just want to gossip about people, and that's a reflection of them and how little they've got going on in their life. All right, one more. Total drama under toxic. So this is just people that and I hate nothing about you on the bottom. So secretly this person thinks they admire you, but really in the end it's like this person is secretly watching you, gossiping about you. Their intentions are toxic. It's just this has just got drama written all over it. It's just like people sitting there gossiping and making drama out of nothing because they're bored in their own life. That's that sneaky fox energy that's going on that you're not aware of, but it's but you've had a feeling about it. But basically don't even worry. Like, be aware that it's there, it's there, but at the end of the day don't let it stress you out, because it's not going to affect your success. They're just going to have to sit and watch you be successful and be bitter about it, and that's their problem, isn't it? Okay, so I just want to get what spirit animal you are in right now, the energy you're in. What energy is this collective currently in, please? Oh, the black egg. I like that. Let's look. I can't remember which chakra the black egg is. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. So you are an authentic person. Your energy has and always has been a very truthful person. You're a truth teller. And for you might even struggle with, you don't understand why telling the truth bothers people, because to you think honesty is a virtue. But it might even be that because you're such an honest, authentic person that it rubs people the wrong way, because they themselves are not authentic. They themselves are not truthful. So when they're around someone that is that way, it just disturbs their demons. Does that make sense? The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbours only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Any of those that I just mentioned could be a big part of this endeavour that you're going for. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behaviour. That's these people. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. So I want to say it's probably the throat chakra. The black egg and the fifth chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of our throat, at the Vishuddha chakra. The ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but it is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. So again, whatever it is that you're pursuing, you might even want to be like a life coach or something, but whatever this business is that you're pursuing, you speak wisdom, truth, you share your knowledge out in the world for people to learn and absorb and help them. So that's beautiful. But I think whatever this sneaky fox energy is in the background, it bothers people that cannot be truthful, especially with themselves, your truth bothers them. You living in your authentic self bothers them. Okay, so let's get, where was that other deck I wanted? Spill the tea. Okay, here we go. So let's get a bit of more information about your situation, this expansion that you're going through moving forward. So we'll just do the month ahead because we're already like just over a week into July anyway. So we'll do the next 4 weeks, what's coming up for you. Control issues. Control issues are present in the relationship. So I want to say that, hang on, let me get 2 more for that because I'm hearing a few things. Unfiltered truth. Someone will speak their unfiltered truth. Keeping up appearances. Keeping up appearances and acting like everything's fine. So I think part of this energy is, it might even be, because remember I said earlier how this person admires you secretly, but they're still in that energy of just watching. It could even be that they have a lot of drama and gossip in their life because that's what they have been welcoming, because this is spill the tea. So again, this is kind of an extension of what is going on that you can't see, what's going on behind the scenes that could affect you that you're not aware of. Someone who has control issues, which is why they're watching from the shadows instead of coming forward. I think as well you're inspiring them to find their own truth and then also speak their truth because you are sitting in yours. And that's, I think as well, if this is something you're pursuing, you want to inspire people with your truth. You believe or you want people to live in their authentic self because you feel like honesty is the best policy. That way you always know where you stand and you know that at least you know within yourself that you've done the right thing in a situation, good or bad, if you've always been honest. But there's a way to say it as well, because some people will say, I'm just being honest, but they're nasty about it. There's a way to speak to people, and I think that's what you are like. You speak truth, but you're not nasty. You might be very direct, but you're still kind. But this person has control issues. And so it's like they want to speak their truth to you, but at the moment they're still very much keeping up appearances that they're unaffected. Or I think as well, you might not even know who this person is. Like you might know them, but you don't know that this is someone that's in the background kind of secretly admiring you. But I think that watching you is giving them the courage to speak up. Like they're learning from you, but at the moment they're still kind of keeping up appearances that they're unaffected. Protect your heart under control issues. Guard your emotions to avoid hurt. So again, if this person's sneaky and they've got a lot of mess attached to them, like a lot of baggage, gossip, drama attached to them, I think that's where they're guiding you to protect your heart. Because say if this person comes forward, say it's like they want to tell you that they have feelings for you, for instance, but it could be a friend as well coming back around that you'd cut off or set boundaries with. But say for instance it's someone that wants to come forward because they have feelings about you, like they want to be with you, but they come with a lot of baggage, a lot of drama, a lot of gossip, they still have a lot of people in their life that are tied to them that are about that life, and you don't want that. You don't want that baggage. You don't deserve that baggage. So it's kind of like protecting your heart from this person, because even if you are inspiring them to speak their truth and they're learning from you, to offer you something real, they have to come in having cleaned up those messes, not bringing the messes to you. Does that make sense? Unfiltered truth. Inner circle. Are you being excluded from the inner circle? I think this is them though. For unfiltered truth, someone will speak their unfiltered truth. If this person is connected to drama, toxic people, because you did get that trash throwing out. What was it? Throwing out. It was something about throwing out toxic people. I think this is your person. It could even be that because they're learning from you, they're recognizing now the people that they need to throw out, so to speak, from their life. And that could be their inner circle. And they're about to speak their truth as far as cutting these people off. And also, I'm hearing it, they could express to you how their inner circle influenced them for however long, and that by watching you and learning from you and having these realizations, it inspired them to let go of that inner circle, and they want to tell you that. Keeping up appearances. Circle of drama. Your social circle is full of dramatic changes. So I think they're going through a dramatic change right now, but this, I think as well, because if this isn't you, if you're not in the midst of cutting off friends, anyone that you held close, if you're not going through a big cull of people that are dramatic in your life, then this is someone that's in your energy that is doing that currently. There is a lot of drama attached to the people that they surround themselves with, that they're cutting off or have cut off. Temporary distance. So there could be distance between you and this person. The distance in the relationship is temporary and things may reconnect later. So this might be a past person, someone that you were with in the past that there's actual physical distance with, because there's a plane in that. So I'm actually seeing actual physical distance, but obviously as well emotional distance, especially if this person is watching from the shadows and you have no idea that they're watching you. So probably using fake accounts. But I think this is something that is supposed to reconnect. I think your angels are kind of trying to say, like, stay focused on your goal and what you're trying to pursue right now. But this is kind of what's going on in the background. It's someone, a past person that wants to reconnect with you, that there's distance with, and that they might have to, I think they'll have to travel to come to you. A destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone, and underneath that, poking out, says rumors are flying in your circle. So again, this person, I think, is keeping up appearances to their circle that they have nothing to do with you anymore, which they don't technically, but they're watching you and want to come forward. So it's like they're keeping that very close to their chest, especially because in that other deck where it said private relationship, I don't think that anyone in their circle knows that they want to come back towards you, travel towards you at the moment. They know the truth themselves, but they're keeping up appearances. They want to keep control of the situation right now. They might even be trying to protect their own heart by staying in the shadows. But they're keeping this truth from their inner circle, because their inner circle is toxic and drama and gossip. So at the moment, they might even feel like it's safer to keep up appearances because they don't want to bring this mess to you, especially if they're seeing you doing well. How I said before about you don't want them bringing that mess to you. If they want to be with you, they need to clean up that mess or get away from that mess before they bring it to you, so that they don't bring it to you. I think they're aware of that. They know they have to get rid of that mess before they come to you. Because I think rumors flying around speaks a lot to what happened maybe in your connection with them in the past. There was a lot of opinions and influences that affected it in the past, that your person that affect the connection in the past. But there's a destined time for you two to meet again, and I think this person will have to travel to you. Really wasn't expecting it to go that way. I thought it was going to be all about career. It is, but I think this is something that it's almost like this isn't to distract you from your path and to not keep pursuing what you are doing. It's more of like this is a heads up that this is what's kind of moving in the background for you. This is something that will come up. So let's see how you should handle this situation. Actually, no, I want to get these first. coming up for this collective? Okay, so the first one to come out was the Sword and the Rose, which is good because that's clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. But you've got the Golden Mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So this person, I think, especially if they're tied to all that kind of gossip and all that yucky stuff, just toxic situations, toxic people, you might see this person as very selfish, very self-absorbed, very self-focused. So it's always about, they're always prioritizing what they want and how they feel over the damage that they caused you. And that desire to take accountability takes a back seat. But unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So I think you see this person as self-absorbed. I don't think you know how much they've been looking in, or that you're inspiring them to change as a person. Clock. Need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So I think progress has been made here, and I also think in this time away from this person, I think I just get this feeling you're completely unaware of this energy that's watching in on you. That time was needed here for this person to get clarity, to realize the truth about you, this connection, who they surround themselves with, maybe even realizing how self-absorbed they've been. I like you, so that's to come under Golden Mirror. So someone likes you, romance is building, fun, flirting, want to date. And also I just heard they might worry that you see them as a narcissist. But under unconditional loving, you've got cassette, which is outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. I think this is them. This is someone that loves you absolutely. They're attracted to you. They have so much passion for you, but still currently at this moment, they're still putting on a front that they don't even think about you, that you're not even on their radar, because they don't want... It's almost like if they were to reveal to anyone these feelings for you, they're worried that these people that they surround themselves with would bring drama to your doorstep, that these people would start talking, rumors flying, remember, they'd start gossiping, and it would bring toxicity to you. And if they are already worried that you see them as a narcissist, the last thing they want is to bring that to you. But they have unconditional love for you. Hang on, I want to get one more for that. Ascending. So I think that this is really nice because I'm so heavily getting this feeling that this person is learning from you and growing. They are transcending obstacles. So whatever this toxic drama, whatever's tied to them right now that's toxic, they're transcending those obstacles right now. They're learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So this person knows they want to be with you, but I think right now they know that their situation is unhealthy, it's toxic, and they don't want to bring that into their new life that they could have with you. So it's about clearing that energy before they even try to enter your life again. But they think that you're obviously not with this person, but they may have in the past just think there's no way I'm going back to this person. They might have put you in the category of toxic, but since then they've seen what toxicity really is. But they might be worried as well, especially if they are concerned that you see them as a narcissist, that you would not give them a second chance, that there's no going back with this person. So I think that plays on their mind as well. Okay, so, and I just saw this, the real story, the true story will come to light. So you are going to get the truth about this situation. I think when this person does eventually come forward, they're going to give you a lot of truth and clarity, the Sword and the Rose. But someone is testing the limits of what? Examining how you react under pressure. So they might even test the waters by coming in just with a simple message to start with, to see if you even, to test to see how you react to them, which again is kind of still a bit of self-absorbed energy, because they're prioritizing their fear of rejection over, because say for instance this person really hurt you and then they come in and your reaction's not the best because you have residual anger, and they're going to take that to go disappear again. It means they're not ready. It means they're still running because they're not in that energy where they're willing to cop a bit of backlash to begin with. Does that make sense? Okay, I want to see what's on their mind, and then we'll get some, I want to get some tarot about this venture that you've got, to see what's coming for you. I am in so much pain. This is them. Let me hold you. Number 7 again, so July. And you were so very special. That's really nice. So they're in pain, I think, knowing the pain that they caused you, the damage that they caused, but as well just the not being with you in general, knowing that you're a good partner, that you're a loyal partner. I'm hearing ride or die, that you, the way you loved them, they miss that. They miss holding you. They know that you're special, especially if they're watching you and they're learning from you. Whatever things that you speak about, they find you to be quite wise. You already know, to confirm, I'm in so much pain. So maybe your intuition is telling you something's going on for this person right now. Or your higher self knows. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. Number 9, so the 7th of September or the 9th of July, that's today. So that could just be something that they're still holding on to, something that you did to them that hurt them. And it might be the thing that they held on to stay away from you as well. You are so very special. But you don't want them coming in with that energy where it's like, you hurt me, so I hurt you, because it's still showing a lack of growth. But I think they're learning. I'm too afraid to talk. So that's under you are so very special. 7 again, 21st of July. So in that other deck, it was, what was it, I want to say the 27th of July and the 21st of July are important here. But they want to come in with an offer. But you were so very special, I'm too afraid to talk. So again, what they see of you on your socials, it's kind of like, because of your wisdom, because of your truth, they're a bit too intimidated right now. It's a combination of cleaning up their mess, being ready to take accountability, and also knowing what to say, especially if you're very good at speaking. Knowing how to match that energy, be able to speak to you in a way that you will be ready to listen and be open to hearing what they have to say. So the 21st of July and the 27th of July, I think, are important dates here. So let's clarify, moving forward, what you can expect here. Actually, let's clarify what their intentions are towards you. And then we'll get the tarot. Valley of Shadows. Step into the enveloping valley of shadows. Here fears are faced and the courage is forced in dimly lit paths. I think as far as their intentions towards you, they know that there's work to be done here. They know they need to do some work on themselves. Cloud of unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown. Surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. Again, doing shadow work. They know that they need to do that, but for their intention towards you, they're going to have to step into the unknown to come towards you. They can't control this. They can't control your reaction. They can't control, they're not going to know how they're going to be received. They're just going to have to go into the unknowing and hope for the best. Vortex of creativity. Spiral into a creative vortex, unleashing imaginative power to manifest your dreams into reality. So their dream is to be with you. And at the moment, I think they're overthinking this whole situation. I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted to you. I just can't get enough. That was the song. So I think they think about this day and night. And this also might be why this message is coming through, because it's like, again, they don't want you to be distracted off your path. They want you to pursue what you're pursuing, because expansion and growth and blessings are coming for you. But I think this is also coming in. And I haven't picked up yet whether it's a test that this person is going to come in and to see if you're ready for this yet, or whether it's actually union coming in with this person. Choose wisely. Decisions shape your path amid challenges. Stay open to learning as answers reveal your destined journey. So for this to be their intentions, it's like they're open to learning and growing with you, knowing that if a future is to progress for the two of you together as one, that learning, they have to be open to learning the things that, not just on how to be the right partner for you, but how to make themselves better so that their life, their inner self is fulfilled and on the right path. I think they want to make sure that they come in correctly, but making the right choices in life. Making decisions that shape your future in a positive way. Mountain of Mastery. Every time I see this, it makes me think of this person, especially if this is their intentions towards you. They're ready to climb the mountain with you. They're ready to put in the work. And especially for this to confirm Cloud of Unknowing, they are going to have to take that step, that courage to come towards you, not knowing what the outcome is going to be, not having any control of the situation, because they can't make you be with them. They just have to try and see what happens. But I think they want to express to you that their intention is to climb the mountain with you, that they know that they're going to have to put in a lot of work to earn your trust back and to make this relationship work, but also into themselves. They know that they've got a mountain to climb to work on themselves, because they can't be a good partner to you if they're not happy within themselves too. Not meaning that they have to be perfect, but having the willingness to do the work. Roots of stability. They want to put roots down with you. And especially if, like with that one, that card that had the plane on it, if they have to travel to you, they want to put down roots with you where you were at. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. So I think where you are as well, they can have a career, they can bloom where you are, they can put down roots and create stability. And especially if they're the masculine in this dynamic, if they truly want to present as the alpha or be the leader and the provider and the protector, they should be showing you by traveling to you that they're willing to make you feel safe, basically. And I think that's, especially when I see this Mountain of Mastery, I always see that as someone who's willing to do the work. And fast progress. I think this person's going through an acceleration of growth right now. Move forward with swift precision. Move forward with swift precision and do what must be done now. I think this person is really accelerating towards coming. So 21st of July and 27th of July. I think this person knows that they're getting close to coming forward. I think this is soon. All right, so let's just get some insight into this person's moves. And then I want to get how they view you and the connection. Caution, find out more information, don't overwork yourself. So this is them right now, especially if they're watching, because they don't want to come in if they think that you've met someone, but then it's like they're not going to find that out unless they actually speak to you. Health issues. they've got health, so health issues is heavily on their mind right now. So they're either working on their physical health, something's happened, maybe they've had an accident or something that they're dealing with right now, but also mental health issues that they're working on. But a lost one watches over you. So they could have had a loss, like a family member or someone close to them. They could have lost someone recently. But as well, their angels are guiding them towards you now because they've been bewitched. Love spell on the bottom. They're bewitched by you. Okay, I know I said I was going to get tarot, but I want to see how this person views you and the connection. How does this person view you and this connection? And I want to get more on this expansion, although maybe they don't, time and space. So this person knows that time and space was needed here because I just heard they were out of control. I think they recognize they were out of control now, especially with that energy, all that toxic drama, trash, all that stuff. In a circle that has to be cleared, so they know that. And I also see that as written in the stars. They dream about you as well, but they know they want your forgiveness. They know they need to apologize here. And usually, well, not even usually, always, in general, if a lot of damage has been caused here, it's going to take time. Again, mountain of mastery. They know the work needs to be done here to prove themselves and show that they are truly sorry to get your forgiveness. So this is how they view you in a connection, remember? They know to come towards you, that there's apologies that are needed, accountability needs to be taken to get your forgiveness. That they see you as their destiny. Beautiful. They know time and space was needed. They know that they need to come in with apologies and accountability to get your forgiveness, but that you're their destiny, that you're the person they're meant to be with. But they're connected to you through music and movies. So music is a big thing here. There is a connection between you two, especially if this person is quite creative and their mind... Like, say lyrics really stand out to you. They speak to you through music. But here, I think this is coming in soon, because for movement to confirm forgiveness, I'm sorry, they know that they have to come in strong with this apology. It can't just be like, oh, I'm sorry for everything. They know that they need to be specific and take accountability for things that they know they've done. Because I think they know as well, especially through watching you and seeing your growth, that you won't accept a piddly apology. It has to be actual accountability for their actions. Destiny. But movement under forgiveness is good, because I think that they are willing to do that now. Telepathy. So they might, again with music, they might feel like they speak to you through music, but also sometimes I think they might wonder if you're picking up how they feel. But you've both been going through a transformation. You both in this separation have gone into your cocoons, and you're coming out as these big, beautiful butterflies. So let's see how they view you, spirit animal-wise, and then we'll get some twin flame cards. Then we'll get some tarot for the future, for your future. Not just about this person, but about this expansion that you're going through. So they see you as the fire ant and the swan. So you have a bit of a bite to you. I think that they're expecting a bit of a bite from you when they come forward, but they also see you as their match, or their equal, their mate for life. Because swans mate for life, but as well, they're mirroring each other. So I think this is a mirrored connection as well. With the unicorn on the bottom, I love the unicorn. All right. Okay, so I actually believe that the fire ant is them and that you're the swan. So this is the pair. So it might even be that they're a fire sign and you're a water sign, but it doesn't have to be. because the fire ant is all about being misaligned with the wrong people that feed into your imbalances. So I think they were surrounding themselves with people that fed their imbalances, were enablers, and also were bad influences. So substances, gambling, when they were around these people, gossip, drama, all of that was influences that your person fed into because of their it was the company they kept. So that fire ant energy, it's not necessarily bad, but they're a bit of a follower. Ants follow. So even if I think they lacked self-awareness before, where they even realized that they were a follower and that they were influenced by someone close to them or people that they were surrounding themselves with. But they were gossip, drama, toxic behavior, toxic people, enablers, influencing them using substances, gambling, gossiping, getting into the middle of drama. That was them following other people. They were a follower, and they were very stubborn and rigid and not wanting to see things clearly. And that's what this fire ant is about. And I'm even seeing, because it says aggression, this person has aggression issues, especially when they're using substances and hanging around the wrong crowd. But following orders, their loyalty to the wrong people has got them in trouble too. And because of their rigid thinking, they weren't willing to see that that was what was causing problems in their life. But I think that they're actually coming into balance now. I think they've seen that truth. They are having self-awareness now. I think they're still stewing on the situation with you right now, which is why they're the only way they can control the situation is by watching from the shadows. But I think that they've learned they've seen through the imbalances it's created now, the gossiping and blaming. I think this person blamed everyone else for their problems instead of looking inwards. And even perhaps before, when you got that card about you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess, they were blaming you for a long time as a way, because they lacked self-awareness, and also they didn't want to see the truth at that point yet. So, but fire ants in general are quite sensitive, but I think that your person hid that sensitive side to them. They pretend like the heat isn't getting to them. They keeping up appearances, like in that first part. So they argue a lot. They have excess heat, excess aggression. They gossip. I think your person was really in the midst of drama, gossip, and just nasty behavior. But I think they're coming into balance. So they might be having a lot of solo time. They might have gone into solitude, and they're having all these epiphanies and realizations, because when they're in balance, they're thoughtful and they're disciplined. I think this is them now. So I know all of that sounded really negative, but I think these are the things that they've actually been working on. These are the things they've been transforming. Recognizing when these traits in them flare up, recognizing the people they've been misaligned to, and how that they've only made situations worse because of their fire energy, and learning how to break free from the drama and how to cool down and how to lean into more of their sensitive side. Because as well, people that are highly sensitive, they can either, if like you're a water sign, for instance, and you are sensitive and you're quite in tune with people's emotions, and you're more of like an anxious person, you cry. Whereas fire and energy, when they're sensitive, they put up this wall and they become nasty and aggressive because you've hit something, you've triggered something. So it's like it's the same thing where when so if you're triggered and you cry or become anxious and upset, they're triggered. They're still very sensitive, but they don't cry and get anxious. They get angry and nasty. Same sensitivity, different reactions, different outcomes. This is something that they know that they've needed to work on, especially if they want to be with someone that is sensitive and takes on people's feelings and emotions. So it was a lot. I think this is more to reflect on how they used to be and that they're aware of these traits now and that they've been working on them, because being sensitive isn't a bad thing. And again, when they're in balance, they're very thoughtful and they're disciplined, and I think they need to find that balance too. And you had balance in your part in the beginning about finding balance so that when things do expand and you've got all this business coming in or whatever it is that you're pursuing, that you can balance the two. Balance your own health, mental health, physical health, the way you eat, everything, exercise, with the busyness of this thing that you're pursuing. All right, let me find swan. Okay, so your person sees you as the swan. So again, destiny, you're a mirrored connection. You reflect each other's wounds, and that's reflecting each other's wounds is showing you where you need to grow. But for them to see you as the swan, you've got effortless creativity. So again, whatever it is you're pursuing, sensitive mystic. So again, your sensitivity is also your strength. You pick up on people's emotions, whatever it is that this wisdom is that you share through talking and using your throat chakra and speaking truth and living in your authentic self. You have this elegant power about you, and that's how they see you. Yesterday in the reading, I said something, it was something to the tune of, if someone loves that sensitive side of you because it's nurturing and loving and the way you love them makes them just feel so safe and warm, but then when that sensitivity is you crying or being upset or anxious and they mock you or they don't want to deal with that side, then they don't deserve the sensitive side. Like, there's positive and negatives in everything. So if you need to accept some of their fiery side, they need to accept that, crying, anxious side if they also want to receive the loving, nurturing side of your sensitivity. Does that make sense? The good and the bad. You don't get to have the good, loving, nurturing side and then ditch me when it's the other side, the side that gets upset or picks up on people's emotions and is sensitive to it. Again, so if their trigger is to get nasty if their sensitivity causes them to get nasty or fired up when they're triggered, they need to be able to cool that down, and they also need to be able to soothe you when you're in your soft sensitivity. I think as well, the trigger could be if your sensitivity causes you to cry and be anxious, that triggers them, and then their trigger makes them fiery. They need to soothe that, and they need to be able to soothe you. Okay, let's read this. So effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, elegant power. This is how they view you. The swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly, and I think that they probably took you for granted in the past. Again, they loved the loving, nurturing side of you, but they would mock the side of you that would cry or get anxious. And I think that they're seeing that now, though. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, an inner vision likely to be revealed. So this is what you're working on right now. So I think they actually see you quite clearly. I think your person's quite tapped in too. I think they're seeing you exactly how you are. When in balance, infinite creative power. When out of balance, agitated, snippy, and lacking vision. To bring into balance, solo time and writing. So then with the fire ant and you with the swan, you both need to go into solo time. And maybe they're seeing, even if you're putting stuff out into the world, like posting something, they see you as really spending a lot of time doing self-reflection. Like, you wouldn't speak on something that you wouldn't practice yourself. Practice what you preach. So you reflect on the knowledge that you want to share before you share it. It's not like, do as I say, not as I do, because I think they see you as quite, you live what you speak. Okay, tarot. Okay, so let's get the potential future of this. And then I might get some messages if I can fit it in. Oh. King of Swords. So he's not the best when it comes to love because he's very logical. He uses his head more than his heart. But in saying that, with the fire ant, because the King of Swords is very disciplined, that's good, because when in balance, they are disciplined and they're more thoughtful. And King of Swords being air signs, they are very in their head, mind over matter. But it's good in the sense that they have mental clarity and they can give you that clarity. They can be truthful and honest and lead. So even if this person comes in very, it might seem cold, but it's not that they're not offering you love, because the next card is Four of Wands. That's marriage, that's celebration, it's family, wedding, marriage, community, stability. They're offering you that, but they're coming in with true clarity and honesty about this situation, taking accountability, being reliable. You need someone who's dependable. But I think as far as potential, they want marriage here. They want forever with you. And they've got you as their destiny. So, potential of this. Oh, that's way too many. Potential of this, the future of this. Whoa, why do they keep giving me chunks? Although, Nine of Swords in reverse is good because it's like, it's hope. Learning how to cope with the triggers that you might bring out in each other, releasing worry and having more optimism for the future. 1111, by the way, that's a good twin flame card. I think this is going to be a good combination of mental clarity, truthful, honest communication, and releasing worry of this imploding again, that your future is to have marriage, celebration, joy, harmony. But this King of Swords to be confirmed by the Knight of Wands in reverse, I think that they're very restless. They want to come forward, but I think, again, they're very conscious of not wanting to bring mess to your table. If they want to come in as a leader, as dependable, and truthful, they don't want to bring that stuff to your table, and any kind of, I think it's delaying this communication right now. They're impatient to come towards you. It's stressing them out and it's causing this inner conflict in them. But because of that scattered energy, it's creating a bit of a delay. And you don't want them to come in impulsively if they want to come in with honesty and reliability. So the King of Cups to confirm the Four of Wands is good because he's a supportive leader. So even though in the beginning when I said King of Swords isn't really leading with their heart, although in reverse he's cold and he can be manipulative, emotionally manipulative, and still selfish. Let's get one more. The top row was really good. Maybe this was them in the past though. Queen of Cups. So I think that's you. So you might be a water sign then, because you've got the Swan and you've got Queen of Cups, compassionate, caring, calm. So you've got a pairing, the King and Queen of Cups, but the only problem is that the King's in reverse. So where they're seeing you as the Swan, I think they're still in that energy of maybe being a bit emotionally manipulative. But I think that this is their past selves. This impulsive, restless, impatient person, reckless, who was emotionally manipulative. I think they're coming in now with reliability and clarity to offer you this Four of Wands. I think they're saying the potential of this is that you will be able to release the fear of them being like this. It's not to say that they've completely healed these things out. I think these things are still there. But I say this all the time. It's not that you need to be like completely healed and that you're never going to have a bad emotion again. It's about how you recognize those challenges and then face them together and grow. They're wanting you to have compassion here. They don't want you to change, that you're emotionally stable and that you can be nurturing and kind. Healer, counselor, empathetic, intuitive. Those are your best qualities. Your compassionate, caring, calm side. You haven't lost that side. For that to confirm the Nine of Swords in reverse, you're going to release the worry that this person is going to do what they did to you in the past. And the reason that you're going to release that worry is because they're going to show up with truth, clarity, reliability, being dependable, being honest, knowing what they want, having that mental clarity and moving forward. Chariot, moving forward. Movement, progress, action, integration, integrating the lessons they've learned from this behavior. Determination, willpower, control, direction, departure, courage, victory. And that's also another card of travel. So I think this person is willing to do the work, mountain of mastery, climb that mountain and move towards you. So that Knight of Wands in reverse and that King of Cups in reverse had me worried. But I think that this is their past behavior that they're releasing, and that through coming in as this King of Swords upright, it's going to ease and soothe that anxiety that you have, that this behavior will be repeated, because they're coming in with force and actual progress, taking action so that you know without a shadow of a doubt that this person is willing to make the changes needed so that you can both be happy in yourselves and together. All right, let's get some messages. What do they want to say to you, please? But I think I didn't feel like I was on your level. You're a boss. I'm very insecure. I look at my phone every day hoping I would see a message from you. I think this is coming in soon, maybe towards the end of the month, but they want you to keep focusing on what you've been focusing on. I'm sorry I put my career before you. I'm trying to get out of debt. I'm willing to put in the time and effort now because I don't want to lose you. I'm hearing my finances are a mess. With that, I'm trying to get out of debt. So again, the influences they had around them, they like pissed their money against the wall kind of thing after you. They had stability with you, and then after you, they just got themselves into a right mess because of the influences they surrounded themselves, especially if there's gambling, if they're around people that like to gamble. But mountain of mastery again, I'm willing to put in the time and effort now because I don't want to lose you. They know they can be happy with you. I miss your voice, your laugh, your humour, your touch. I'm in my feelings today. Again, Queen of Cups, the Swan. You're nurturing and compassionate and you love them like no other. I love variety, but there's something about you I just can't resist. I really don't like that card, but they can't resist you. And you are different from the rest. They didn't mean anything to me. I only want you. So anyone that they made you feel like, if they ever made you feel like an option, or if they talked to other women, for instance, and made you feel insecure, or anyone that they tried to replace you with after this was over, you're irreplaceable. It was easier to lie than to tell you the truth. I wish I could take it all back. So they're definitely going to be coming in with truth. Let's see if I can get a timing card to wrap this up. It's not too late and the Fool. So we've already in Australia, we're in winter now, so maybe by next fall you'll be reunited, especially with that card that had a plane on it and there's distance here. It might take a few months for this to properly come into union if there's distance, but just around the corner, and that looks like a wedding. That looks like they're getting married. So this person might want to propose to you, but it's not too late. Give it a few months and this, I think, will come together. That's really nice. But keep focusing on you and your career and what's bringing you joy.